For a few minutes, but it looks glowing and glistening and brilliant and inspiring, and I look forward to debating every ingredient in it over the course of the next hour and a half or so. London has boomed over the last 8 years, and I think everyone recognises that it is an extraordinary success story. London is back on the map now as the most important city in the world. But there is a problem, and the problem is that far too many Londoners today feel that they've been priced out of their own city. So I'm standing for Mayor to protect that success story, but to make it work for Londoners across the board. Now it has to be said that London's older population can take a lot of credit for that success story. They contribute around £50 billion a year directly to the economy. They contribute around £6
1 million older people say they go for over a month without speaking to a friend, neighbour or family member. And that problem's even worse in the capital, where 1 in 4 Londoners are lonely often or all of the time. Now, I grew up in a council estate that was a real community. Everyone knew each other. Neighbours would take a turn to babysit, kids would play together, and we'd all keep an eye out for older neighbours. The whole community would come together for celebrations like the Queen's Silver Jubilee. But communities like that are becoming rarer, making a problem or a private problem. You walk in the pavement that's in front of you, so there's a role to play. Some local authorities now, because they've lost 50% of their funding over the last 5 years, only repair pavements where there's a potential legal case. It's called a tripping case. And Caroline and Sean will know this as former councillors like I've been. So because they're not legally liable, if it's not above a certain, I think it's 1.5 inches, I forget what the measurement is, they don't repair them because they can't afford to. We need to make sure we're proactive about making sure we get pavements repaired. It's far better to repair a pavement for.
So, Hyde Park, think of Hyde Park, TfL, Transport for London, owns land equivalent to 16 times Hyde Park. Why don't we some of it for solar? Why don't we think about cooperatives? Why don't we think about making sure that we have the new buildings are sustainable and environmentally friendly? And the London plan will make sure we address some of those issues. Is that enough time?
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. So I'd like to move on to Sean, please.
Yes, you just kind of read out some bits from our manifesto there. We would set up a permanent
to get a council home. While they worked hard and saved for a deposit to get a place of their own. A good state school, the ability to go to a good university and help run a business. A good apprenticeship for my brother. I've always worked hard, but I couldn't have got where I did without a helping hand. And I worry too many Londoners now are missing out the chances London gave me. We need a better future for our children and our grandchildren, and the election
sort. But what you can do is judge a politician by their record. And I'm proud of my record as a working MP delivering day in and day out for my constituents. I promised to stop Kew Gardens having its funding removed. I succeeded. I promised to knock Heathrow expansion off the agenda. And I'm pretty much there. A few more knocks to go. We're pretty much there. I promised to stop the playing fields being sold off, and I succeeded. My record shows that when I make a promise, I keep that promise, and that I don't make promises if I'm not absolutely confident that I can keep those promises.
Thank you.
If you back me, I will back you. Thank you.
Oh, are you okay now?